Conjunctive Dagesh Forte. This is not really a major point, but it's worth talking about after we just talked about the Dagesh Forte. What it is a Dagesh Forte that shows up at the beginning of a word, in the consonant at the beginning of a word, under certain conditions. And this happens for phonetic reasons, because of the way you pronounce it. Now, the conditions are as follows. If you have two words, let's imagine these represent our words. You have two words. The first condition is that they be closely connected in pronunciation. The second is that the accent on the second word falls on the first syllable, and the accent on the first word falls either on the last syllable or on the second to last. The net effect is that the accents are close together. So this is accented and this is accented. And the third condition is that the ending of the first word be either a kamets hey, or a segol hey. So if any of these three conditions are met, then you will get a conjunctive Dagesh Forte here. It's called conjunctive because it's happening at the conjunction of these two words. Okay, let's look at a couple of examples. The first one is na te na li, which means she gave to me. So this is she gave to me. Now here we have two words that are closely connected. This is the object of this. She gave what? She gave to whom? She gave to me. And the accent on this one falls on the only syllable that's there, so it's obviously the first syllable. And the accent on this word falls at the end, default position. And the third condition that needs to be met pertains to the end of this word, and in fact it ends with kamets hey, which is one of the three possible endings. So with these three conditions met, we have a conjunctive Dagesh Forte, and I'll make it red in our next word, in the first consonant of the next word. Okay. Another example. Let's see. Lu ka cha. Lukacha zot. And it means this one was taken. This means she was taken. It's feminine. And this is the, or it could be she. So she was taken. And speaking, this is what Adam says regarding his wife Eve, because she was taken from his side. So we have two words that are closely connected. In fact, the McCabe here really brings that out, that these are to be pronounced together. And what are other conditions here? Accent. Accent falls on the first syllable because, again, it's monosyllabic. It's the only place it can fall. And on the first word, the accent falls at the end. Lukacha zot. So our accents are close together. We have an association and pronunciation. They're closely related, closely connected. And the third one is the ending. So again, we have a kamets hey. So all three conditions are met. And so we find that the word in this construction, this pair, has a conjunctive Dagesh in the first consonant of the second word. Okay, let's take a look at two other examples. First one, right over here. Ki asita zot. Ki asita zot. Because you did this. Ki asita, and the accent is here. This is God speaking to the serpent in Genesis 3. because you did this. So the only reason I wanted to show this one really was because, well, two reasons, I guess. One is the accent is here. We have two words because you did this. This is the direct object of the verb, so they're closely connected, first condition. Second condition has to do with the accent. So our accent, again, this is monosyllabic, so it falls on the only syllable that's there, the first one. And the accent here falls on the second to last. So that's okay. It can fall here or here. So this is an example of a conjunctive Dagesh Forte, which will show up here, even though the accent is on the second to last. And the third condition is that either comets hey, or sigil hey are the ending of the first word. In fact, it's comets. So we have our conjunctive Dagesh Forte. Now, if you have the word ze, which means this, followed by a makif, whatever this word is here, it will take a Dagesh, conjunctive Dagesh Forte. So, unless it's a guttural resh, which can't be doubled, we'll deal with that later. But if it can take a Dagesh Forte, it will over here. So, ze with the makif will always have a conjunctive Dagesh Forte in the first letter of the next word. So I guess really what I'm trying to say here is that if you see a Dagesh at the beginning of a word and you're not sure why it's there, take a look at the word before it, see if it's closely connected in pronunciation, take a look at the accents, and take a look at the final vowel. If all three conditions are met, then you probably have a conjunctive Dagesh Forte, or that's probably why it's there, because of this pronunciation.